All right, everyone, let's get into how we can create and read a two-way frequency table. So right here, we have a blank version of that two-way frequency table you just saw when we discussed our vocabulary. The reason it's called a two-way frequency table is because we have two sets of information that we are comparing. And that two sets of information, they are represented in rows. So right here in our rows, we have all our information about the people surveyed and whether they have a cat or whether they do not own a cat. That's the information in our rows. The second set of information is represented in our columns. So that is our information about the people who have dogs and then the people who have no dog. And then a great part about the two-way table, it's kind of like a Venn diagram because it allows us to see that overlap. So right here in the very center, we can see the overlap of people that maybe have either dogs and cats, one or the other, or they don't have either. The last bit of information this gives us is it tells us our totals, which is all on the outside. So we have a row of total and a column of total. So I personally love frequency tables because they give us a ton of information in one nice, concise spot. And when you are going to fill out pieces, it's kind of like a puzzle. So I personally think they're really fun to fill out. All right, let's fill this out so that way we can see better how to read it when we're presented with the frequency table. Because if we can't read it, we kind of can't answer the questions. All right, when a survey was completed, there were a total of 6 people that owned both a dog and a cat. Well, that means that information is going to be recorded right here in this box because this is the box that overlaps the dog and the cat. So if our information given says that 6 people surveyed own both a cat and a dog, that total will go right here. All right. Now, also when surveyed, there were 5 people that own a dog only and don't have a cat. That will go in this box because this box is overlapped for yes, we have a dog, but no, we do not have a cat. Does that make sense? Now let's go ahead and fill in our column total. So now if we read it as just the column, this is all our information about people who have dogs. Well, what we can do here is add up our informations because there were 6 people that owned a dog and a cat, 5 people who owned a dog and no cat, which means how many total people own a dog? 6 plus 5 is 11. So 11 total people surveyed own at least a dog. All right, let's fill out our next set of information. We are informed on the data that we gathered that there are 3 people who do not own a dog but do have a cat. That would go right here because this overlaps with the no dog and the cat category. So 3 people do not own a dog but do have a cat. All right. There were 11 people that don't have a dog and also don't have a cat. That's going to go in this box because this box overlaps with the no dog and the no cat. So 11 people, neither had a dog or a cat. All right, let's tally this up. So let's look at our column here because our column is almost filled out. And we see that there are 3 people that don't have a dog but do have a cat, and then 11 that have neither a cat or a dog. Let's add those up to see the total number of people who do not own a dog. 3 plus 11 is 14. All right, we're getting close. All of our information is filled in. We just have one more set of totals to get to. All right, we need to complete our row totals. So for this row total right here, that would be the number of people that own a cat and a dog, which is 6, added to the number of people that own a cat and no dog. So 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. All right. Our next one is the total of people that have no cat. The people that have no cat would be 5 plus 11, and that is equal to 16. Pretty fun, right? And our final category is going to be our all-time total. So this box right here is our all-time total. So it's the total number of people surveyed. And the nice thing is you can either get the answer by adding up your column or by adding up your row. You'll get the same thing either way. Let's first add our column. So 9 plus 16 would be 25. Let's double check our work. If we add using our row, 11 plus 14 is also equal to 25. So either way, it works. Now that our table is filled in, we can use it to answer some questions. So we'll just go over one question, but then we'll do another example where you guys can try it out yourself. So my question to you is, how many people were surveyed? All right, I changed my mind. I'm going to do 2 questions. So second question, how many people own both a cat and a dog? All right. So now let's go ahead and head back to our Nearpod lesson and keep up the good work, guys.